that mentality of do as I say, not as I do, does not and will never work. Let me be the one to tell you today, does not and will never work. They watch us. Happy Self-Love Sunday. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your journeys are going well. I am Mo Sass, the host of Self-Love Sundays. And for those of you who are new, welcome to my podcast and their videos. I really hope you come in, take a seat, and enjoy my content. This is where we meet every Sunday to help, hopefully get all sorts of tips and tools to help you facilitate and work through life. And I always like to say, right, my biggest philosophy is it takes a village to raise, maintain, grow, heal, and transform a child. And I like to say that I'm an aide in the village that kind of just comes along and helps you walk alongside you in your journey of life to wherever it is that you want to be. If you're stuck in a situation or you just don't know what it is you want to do or, want to get to having the best relationship, whether it be with a partner or your children or just your career or your finances, I am the aide that can help walk alongside you to help you facilitate and work through that journey so you can live the life that you so desperately desire. And if you desire to do that, MOESASS fitness@gmail.com is my email. Reach out to me and we can definitely talk. Although my life coaching specials are over, my book is now open and I'm accepting clients for April. So I do hope that you reach out to me. Well, today I came to talk about, if not now, when? It's so funny because I've been having conversations all week, whether it be with clients and or friends, that seems to be waiting on something, right? They're waiting on the summer. They're waiting for them to retire, to do something, to live the life that they want. They're waiting on a partner to come into their life so that they can go on vacation or do certain things or go to certain restaurants. And I'm just thinking to myself, what are we waiting for again? Okay, let's talk about it, people. It is wonderful because I am very faith driven, right? But here's the thing. What do we know? Faith without works is dead. It's not about sitting around and waiting on retirement. It's about working now. It's about starting to get a list together now of the things that you want to do after retirement, right? Start to get yourself engulfed in it. You don't know how you're even going to feel, if you're close to retirement age, 5 or 10 years from now. So why are you waiting on that, right? Let's start doing some research now. Let's start digging deep now to see what that is. Here's the thing. You may just find that you might retire early and start doing what you truly love, right? You might just find that. The other thing about waiting, let's talk about waiting on a partner. Now, here's the thing. My Ruths out there, I happen to be one of them, right? Waiting on your Boaz. Here's the thing. She wasn't just waiting. She was serving and therefore working on herself, therefore working on the things that she wanted in her Boaz. I always say that, whether you are a woman or a man, because there are some men out there waiting for their queens, right? But the thing about waiting, it's not just sitting idly by. It's not about just dating a bunch of people or having sex with a bunch of people. It's about getting some true intention around what it is that you want. I find that most people have this list, right? They want people to be loyal and trustworthy and spiritual and, have all the financially stable, right? And, a supporter and all these things, right? Someone to inspire them, to help lift them up. And then it turns out that they don't have not one of those qualities. Not one. Zero faith, no trust, live in fear, right? Finances all over the place, if any at all. Don't even trust themselves. So we talk about loyalty. You're not even loyal to you. So therefore you can't be loyal to anyone else, right? And then you come in with this facade and all these things of who you are, what you do. I'm this type of person. Meanwhile, you're not living any of that. It's like, oh, I'm going to wait till I get my wife. I'm going to wait till I get my husband. I'm going to do those things. No. That's not how that works, people. You have to be a wife now. You have to be a husband now. You have to know that's who you are now. It's not about waiting for them and then you become it. That's not how that works. You have to be it. You have to embody it. And that's not to say that we're not worthy. I want to be clear on that. You're worthy as you are. But if you want to be a wife, be a wife. If you want to be a husband, be a husband. What does those qualities look like? You have to start to embody that. We have to start getting our finances and stuff together. I'm sorry, but everyone wants to pretend. Listen, if you're anywhere in your late 30s, 40s, and 50s right now, are we saying this person has to be rich? No, but we want somebody that can take care of themselves. Right? Because if you can't even take care of you, you can't even get close to taking care of me. And when I say taking care of me, I'm talking about my heart. I'm talking about my spirit, right? I'm not talking about taking care of me in terms of monetary. And granted, whatever your beliefs is in terms of marriage, I am really old school, I believe the husband should be the provider and the protector, but that doesn't mean that I can't provide either. That doesn't mean if he falls down that I won't be able to pick things up. That's not what that means. So it's okay to want to be with somebody who provides and protects, but we have to understand that in life, we have no control sometimes over, tragedies that happen, right? So we need to be able to make sure that if in fact, our partner falls down, that we can, pick the ball up and keep shooting them threes, right? There I go with my sports analogies. For those of you who are listening to the podcast, I actually started like shooting, taking my hands up like I'm shooting a 3-point shot in basketball. But this is what I mean by, we're sitting around waiting. It's now. It's to start to embody those qualities now. Get a list, get out a sheet of paper, start writing down. And it's funny because I had a coach tell me this, right? So every time you come into contact for women, right, with a man, right, just be present and think about the qualities in that man that you like, right? And start to write some of those things down. Because what we want to do is focus on the things that we like. We don't want to focus on the things we necessarily don't want. Because I feel like what happens with the universe is, and it's happened to me, being very honest, because I was so focused on saying, I don't want a man that's, not financially stable. I don't want somebody who's not loyal. I don't want somebody who's wishy-washy and all over the place. Started to kind of attract that. So what you want to do is get away from that and start focusing on the things that you do want and getting that on paper, right? And then after you get your list on there, look at some of the qualities that you have. Do you embody that? Do you trust yourself? How is it that you want to look across and you want, to be trusted, but you don't even trust you? You have to start to think about that and work on it. Again, I'm not saying that you have to be perfect before you get into a relationship, but you want to start to work on those things. If you want somebody who's financially stable, check your finances, boo. Check your finances, right? Make sure that you're working on whatever debts. We all have debts. Everybody has liabilities and assets, but what you want to do is make sure that you're not the liability in the relationship. Come on, somebody. Hello, good morning, happy Sunday. Let's go there. Right? That's what you want. And it's not about, 6-7 figures, all the stuff. It's not about all of that. It's making sure that you're in the place that you're financially stable. You're working on and even working towards that, right? And then not getting into the relationship and lying about it. Stop doing that. Here's the thing. It's funny because people want to be accepted and loved for who they are. But the moment they get in a relationship, they lie about all of who they are. And it's like, why don't you think you're good enough as you are? We all come with some baggage. We all come with some issues, 100%. But if you lie up front and from the very beginning, come on now. And I'm not saying you have to spill all the beans and you have to throw out all the bones from the back of your closet. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is stop fronting. Love you. Love where you are in life and be okay with that. Be okay with the fact if you are a go-getter, it's okay to say, hey, listen, I'm working towards that, and then show that, right? Most times I don't talk about anything. I just show it. My personality and who I am, and my go-getter thing, it shows up in what I do. Because a lot of times people are talkers. They just talk. I'm this, I'm that, and it's like when you look at the action, nowhere near there. This is why we do this work, so that we can stop talking about the life we so desperately want. Stop talking like we're living something that we're not, and we're actually putting a plan into action. That's what I do with these ladies and gentlemen that come to work with me. We sit down and we get a plan and action. First of all, we get the vision for your life. And I'm going to tell you something about visions. Take the limits off of God. Take the limits off the universe. Dream big. Whatever that big is for you. Because I had a client who actually said this to me. It's like, because I'm the one, I'm dreaming of the big holistic healing center that I want to have for women, right? But that's not what she wants for her life. She just, she wants to work small. And I tell people all the time, it's not my dream. It's not my vision. It's yours, and it's okay. And this is a lesson I had to learn. And I'm going to use myself as an example too. I had a friend who, her daughter, she works at Chick-fil-A, and she's happy there. I mean, she loves it. And that's what she wants to do. And her mom asked her what she wants to do. And she says, I want to be in management in Chick-fil-A. We have to stop downing that. Because let me tell you what, when you pull up to Chick-fil-A, aren't you just as happy at their customer service? Oh, isn't it beautiful? So then why are we downing it when our children say that that's the life that they want to lead? There is a need for the person who works at Chick-fil-A. And I know most times as parents, we think that, we want our children to live this, what we consider this abundant life above ours and have more. We don't want them to struggle, but maybe their struggle won't be ours. Maybe it'll be something different. Me as a parent, I had to come to grips with that too. With my daughter, when she left college, I had to say, you know what? This is her journey. Maybe, that struggle that I'm foreseeing, maybe that won't even be her struggle. Why am I projecting that, right? So those are things that, we have to get with ourselves. But getting back to, if not now, when, we have to start working on this stuff now. Start, making a vision for our life and working on that stuff now. What are we waiting for? And please don't tell me that it's money, all these excuses, right, of why you can't, because we find the money. Let me tell you something now. I tell my clients this also. Oh, we find the money for what we want. I remember when I was, younger, being a single mom, and, my kids needing all this stuff, and, I'm having to put them through all these sports, and, I'm like looking at all these bills. But let me tell you something. When it came time for me to do something I really wanted to do, let me tell you how I found that money. Now, whether or not it came from my mama, that's my business, right? But it doesn't matter. I found the money. So let's not use those things as excuses to why we're not stepping in to our fullest potential, therefore stepping in our purpose, therefore living the life that we were destined to live, therefore living the life of our dreams. If not now, when? What's holding you back? What's stopping you? If you're not sure, because we don't always know. This is why we step in to the coaches. This is why I stepped into a therapist. There was a time in my life that I was stuck and I didn't understand why. And I stepped into that room and I became unstuck. That's why I have my joy back. That's why I have my peace back. And I said this morning, that's why I got my swag back, because I took it back. I stopped waiting for tomorrow. I stopped waiting for somebody. I stopped waiting for summer. Most times I work through the winter on myself, on my dreams, on my goals. So when summer come, honey, I'm hot in these streets. And what I mean by hot in these streets is I'm having fun. I'm being joyous. I'm doing all the things that I want to do. So I'm not waiting on summer. I'm working through winter to enjoy that summer, and not saying I'm not enjoying where I am now, but this is usually my grind season. Working on yourself. Why are we waiting to work on ourselves? Why are we waiting to better our best? What are we waiting for? A lot of times we look at our children, for those of us who are parents, and we want them to accomplish and do all these things, but yet we're sitting on the couch watching TV, not living the life of our dreams. And I will say it every single video, parents. I will say it to you. If you ever pick up that phone and call and talk to me or email me so we can get you unstuck and living the life you dream, or at least working towards it, that mentality of do as I say, not as I do, does not and will never work. Let me be the one to tell you today, does not and will never work. They watch us. Here we are pushing them to go after their dreams, but we're not going anywhere near ours. We're pushing them to live this grandiose life, to walk around with their heads up, shoulders back. Love yourself, baby. But here we are accepting less than what we are. Here we are not accepting accountability for the things that we have done and the things that have happened, and we're blaming everybody else, but we want them to accept accountability. Come on, somebody. I'm real. Okay, so just know that when you come and talk to me, we're gonna bust the glass ceiling wide open. Because most of us are not living in truth. We want them to be financially responsible. Oh, save your money. We're not saving a dime. Come on, somebody. That's why I say, if not now, when? You can start right now today. Make a declaration that I am going to change one thing today. And that one thing could be just turning off the TV and reading a book. Turn off the TV and start to research, or turn off the TV and write a list of the things you truly love in life and start to really work towards them. You know what? Here's the thing. Send in that email to mosasfitness@gmail.com saying, let's have a consultation. Let's have a conversation. Help me, gain some of those tools in my tool bag so I can start living the life of my dreams, so I can start being that example, because leaders lead by example. And don't think that you're not a leader. If you're a parent in your home, you're a leader. On your job, I don't care what your job description is, you are a leader. You want those people to show up on time. You want your boss to, and I'm sorry, guys, you want your boss to, act a certain way, but here you are doing something completely different, showing up when you want, doing it how you want, being in your ego, showing that you can do it your way, and your way is the right way and the best way. But you want things to be different. Let me tell you something. Change starts with you. Change starts with you. If you want to change somebody else, change you. I'm telling you, I met somebody, this guy, I really love him, but still do, right? But everything was about, his ex and all the things that she didn't do and did do and did. And it's like, she's the reason why I am. Are you serious? No. And all the things that she needed to change, but never stop to look, never stop to think. If you are the leader in your home, are you leading by example? What example did you set? How did you lead? Were you leading somebody into a ditch and therefore you are in a ditch? Because let me tell you something. You are the sum total of your life. If you look around, you are in the place that you are in because of you, the choices you have made, good, bad, or indifferent. And here's the thing. This is not to make you feel bad about that. Because I'm going to tell you something. I've made some left turns in life, but you know something? I said, I'm going to stop regretting that, because it brought me to where I am today. It brought me to this place today. So if you want to live the right life of your dreams, you can understand that you can start working on that today. If you want that partner in your life, you can start working on those qualities today. Okay. If you want to start becoming financially abundant, you can start working on those tools today. Right here, right now. Stop waiting on a person, place, or a thing. Change begins and ends with you making a decision to say, not that, and let me tell you something I love about growing myself and getting myself into these different places and continuing education. Because what I've learned is that I don't need to do a damn thing. When you say need, it puts a burden on you, right? But how about this? No, I get to do it. And then when you look to your left or your right and you see someone suffering in terms of, cancer, or you see someone suffering in terms of, they can't walk, or they're not of sound mind. Then you see somebody that actually cannot, because they're in hospice, truly live the life of their dreams, right? Because they're counting down their days. That's when you say, I am blessed to get up this morning, put a damn smile on my face and say, I get to go after the life of my dreams. I'm blessed to do that. I am blessed to be able to email mosassfitness@gmail.com so she can help me become unstuck, so she can help me gain that partner, so she can help me with on my way to being financial abundant, so she can help me better my best. Okay? And not because I'm broken. Oh no, because I am worthy and I love myself to know that I can go higher. I can go higher than where I am today. None of you are broken. We're not broken. But we can always better our best, baby. And we can always go higher. And we can always use an aid in our village. We're not here to do it alone. No more lone wolfing out here. You can't grow a business by yourself. You can't work on yourself in a bubble. Sometimes you need to come out and have somebody, help you understand that there are some traits and some things that you need to work on to grow from. Let go of those old limiting beliefs. Stop living in those lies, child. Talking about all this faith you have. You don't have an ounce of faith. You know what you have faith in? You have faith in the things that you're seeing. You do not have faith in the things that are unseen. You don't believe that the universe and or God is working it out and it's always going to be for your better good. That's why when you you start dating this person, you all apprehensive and you're fearful and you're like, oh my God, instead of living in love, instead of understanding that that person was brought into your life for a reason. And it may not be forever, but so what? Why are you not enjoying it right now? And why are you thinking that it may not be forever? How about that? How about that? How about have faith in the fact that it could be the one? Ha! Instead of bringing Billy, Bob, and Joe, or Karen, Susan, and Lucy, because into this new situation. That new person is not them. You're putting all this burden on them. And then you're blaming them. And as soon as they do something, it's like, I knew. No, you projected. No, you were so busy living in your fear and not in love that you missed the red flags. And let me tell you, I can say it because I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. Take the blinders off. Get out of your head. Get into your heart. Just get ready right now. No more waiting. Let's better our best. Let's go higher in whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to go as high as me if that's not your vision for your life. But let's get a vision. Let's get a vision. Okay? Let's become unstuck. MOESASS fitness@gmail.com. I am here for you. I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday. Realizing that nothing that you do today is because you need to. It's not even because you choose to. And not really because you get to, but because you're blessed to. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will talk to you next Sunday.